A reading from the book of the prophet Samuel. The Lord called Samuel, who answered him, "Here I am." He ran to Eli and said, "Here I am, you called me." "I did not call you," Eli answered. "Go back to sleep." So he went back to sleep. Again the Lord called Samuel, who rose and went to Eli, "Here I am." He said, "You called me." But he answered, "I did not call you, my son. Go back to sleep." Samuel did not yet recognize the Lord, since the word of the Lord had not yet been revealed to him. The Lord called Samuel again a third time. Getting up and going to Eli, he said, "Here I am, you called me." Then Eli understood that the Lord was calling the youth. So he said to Samuel, "Go to sleep. And if you are called, reply, 'Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening.'" When Samuel went to sleep in his place, the Lord came and stood there, calling out as before, "Samuel, Samuel." Samuel answered, "Speak, Lord, your servant is listening." Stuck in the mouth of the Mississippi River, my father was abandoned, left open to the elements in front of him. Only off to a distance did he see a major ocean-carrying line, and he called out, "SOS, SOS, this is Louisiana Recreational Vehicle, Bama, please diverge from us." All of a sudden, a French captain got on to the radio and said, "I cannot diverge, I will not diverge." Having his sons in the boat, he asked them to start shooting off flares into the sky. And as he was about to completely abandon the boat, and as his sons were on the edge, fixing to jump off into torrential Mississippi River waters, all of a sudden a SOS call was received. "This is U.S. Coast Guard Guardian Angel. I heard your distress call. We are 2 minutes out. Do not abandon your boat. We are coming to save you." In scriptures today, we heard a similar type of call. But yet this time, it wasn't waiting for a call, but it was misunderstanding a call. Samuel didn't respond to God because he felt like he didn't know who it was. Every time he heard God say his name Samuel, he would go to Eli. And Eli at the time didn't understand what was going on until Samuel and Eli finally realized that it was the Lord calling him. Isn't this how we experience our vocation and our discernment today? Either we hope and wait for the right response, we hope and wait for the right recall to our SOS and our discernment, or God does call us and we don't understand what's going on. We wait or we listen and we don't know how to respond. However, in both stories, both in the story of my father in the mouth of the Mississippi and both in the story of Samuel read in scriptures today, it wasn't until someone else came in were they able to properly discern and know that they were safe. It wasn't until the guardian angel, Coast Guard vessel, came forward and said, "We're here, we will save you, stay where you are." It wasn't until Eli, the voice of wisdom in Samuel's life, heard the story of Samuel being described and said, "This is God calling the youth." Then Samuel said and understood when he proclaimed, "Speak, Lord, your servant is listening." You and I certainly are in very treacherous waters when we discern our vocation, especially a vocation to the priesthood and religious life. However, like my father and like Samuel, you don't have to do this alone. Far from it. There are people who not only have been praying for you, but are brothers who are willing and able to listen to you, to hear your experiences, and to discern with you the call of the Lord. But you must go again and again. You see, it took Eli multiple times to figure it out. And like the church, it's going to take multiple times for you and the church to discern, is God calling you to this life? But I promise you, if you remain committed, if you stay on the boat, something, the right answer, will come your way. In the meantime, be assured of my prayers and that of my brothers.